Hey, what's up guys? In this video, I'm reviewing a gaming monitor that's been making some serious noise in the budget-friendly curved monitor space, the Samsung Odyssey G5. With a 144Hz refresh rate, 1 millisecond response time, and that signature 1000R curve, the G5 promises to deliver a solid gaming experience for casual and competitive players alike. But is it actually worth your money? I'm going to break it all down, the good, the bad, and everything in between about this monitor. Also, the link to this monitor will be included in the video description below. Let's start with design and build quality. The Odyssey G5 definitely looks the part. It carries that distinct Samsung gaming aesthetic, sleek, sharp lines, matte black finishes, and a slightly futuristic vibe without going over the top. It fits in nicely with both gaming and work setups. The standout feature visually is the aggressive 1000R curvature. This is one of the deepest curves you will find in this price range, and it really wraps around your field of view. It's designed to mimic the natural curve of your eye and provides a more immersive experience, especially in wide format games or movies. The bezels are slim on three sides, giving it a modern, almost frameless look. The bottom chin is a little thicker but not distracting. There's no RGB or lighting effects here. Samsung kept it minimal. Now onto the display itself. This is where things get a lot more interesting. The Odyssey G5 features a 27-inch VA panel with a resolution of 2560 by 1440, also known as Quad HD or 1440p. That resolution is a great sweet spot for gaming, sharper than 1080p but not as GPU intensive as 4K. On a 27-inch screen, pixel density is excellent and visuals are crisp. What sets this display apart is its 1000R curve. It's significantly more curved than the 1500R or 1800R curves we typically see in monitors, and that creates a more immersive tunnel-like experience. For first-person shooters, racing sims, or open-world games, it pulls you in and really enhances the atmosphere. The panel also supports a 144Hz refresh rate and 1 millisecond response time. That's a huge step up from traditional 60Hz displays or even 75Hz monitors. Gameplay feels fluid, snappy, and much more responsive, especially in fast-paced shooters or competitive titles like Apex Legends, Call of Duty, and Valorant. Now let's talk about color performance. As a VA panel, the G5 delivers excellent contrast. You're looking at a native contrast ratio of around 2500 to 1, which means deep blacks and decent shadow detail, much better than what IPS panels offer in this price range. Color reproduction is solid but not mind-blowing. It covers about 90% of the sRGB gamut, which is fine for gaming and media consumption, but not ideal for professional color work. The colors are vibrant enough for everyday use, but if you're into photo editing or grading, you may want something more color accurate. The viewing angles are okay but not fantastic. VA panels tend to lose a bit of brightness and color when viewed from the sides, but with a curved design, that's less of an issue since you are naturally sitting in the center sweet spot. Peak brightness is around 250 nits, which is a bit on the low side, especially if you are in a bright room. It's perfectly fine in dim or controlled lighting conditions, but don't expect it to punch through direct sunlight. By the way, prices on this monitor update almost weekly with sales and other general price drops, so if you want to find the most updated information, simply check out the video description and you will find the latest prices. And of course, if you find this video helpful, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Now let's talk about gaming experience. This is where the Odyssey G5 really flexes its strengths. The combination of 1440p resolution, 144Hz refresh rate, 1 millisecond response time, and the immersive 1000R curve makes it a fantastic monitor for gamers who want high performance without spending a fortune. Adaptive sync support is built in. It works with both AMD FreeSync Premium and is also G-Sync compatible, though not officially certified. That means smooth gameplay with minimal screen tearing and stuttering even when your frame rate fluctuates. And it works well. In my testing, adaptive sync was reliable and responsive. Games look sharp, movement is buttery smooth, and the curve really draws you in, especially in single-player adventure games, flight sims, or any game with expansive environments. It's not just a visual gimmick, the curve adds real value. Now, the Odyssey G5 technically supports HDR10, but let's manage expectations here. This is not a true HDR display. It lacks local dimming, has limited peak brightness, and the color gamut isn't wide enough to give you real HDR depth. In practice, enabling HDR might make some games look a bit more dynamic, but you are not getting those deep blacks and blinding highlights that premium HDR monitors can deliver. Consider HDR here more of a checkbox feature than a core selling point. Now, let's talk about connectivity and ports. On the back of the monitor, you'll find one DisplayPort 1.2, one HDMI 2.0, and a headphone jack. And that's it. There is no USB hub, no USB-C, and no built-in speakers. The port selection is pretty minimal, but it covers the basics. You'll want to use DisplayPort to get the full 1440p at 144Hz experience. HDMI is limited to 1440p at 60Hz, which works fine for consoles or secondary devices. The headphone jack is a nice inclusion for connecting wired headphones directly to your display, especially if your PC is tucked away. Now, let's talk about OSD and user experience. Navigating the on-screen display is done through a joystick located at the bottom center of the monitor. It's responsive and intuitive, made easy to adjust brightness, contrast, refresh rate settings, and toggle FreeSync. There are a few gaming presets like FPS, RTS, and RPG, but you are better off customizing your own settings to match your specific use. There is also a black equalizer to enhance shadow visibility in darker scenes, helpful in competitive shooters. The OSD isn't flashy, but it's clean and functional. Everything is organized and easy to access even mid-game. For day-to-day tasks, the Odyssey G5 holds its own. The 1440p resolution gives you plenty of screen real estate for multitasking, spreadsheets, and media work. Text is clear, UI elements are sharp, and the curve, while designed for gaming, actually helps reduce head movement when navigating wide interfaces or working in timeline-based software like Adobe Premiere Pro. However, the lack of height and swivel adjustment can be frustrating if you're trying to set up an ergonomic workstation. A monitor arm can fix this, but it's an extra cost you should factor in. It's not an ideal monitor for content creators due to the limited color accuracy, but for gamers who also do light editing or creative work, it's totally serviceable. So, is it a good choice? To wrap it up, the Samsung Odyssey G5 is one of the best budget curved monitors out there right now. It's got speed, clarity, immersive visuals, and a price tag that's accessible. Sure, it's not perfect, the stand is limited, brightness could be better, and HDR is just okay, but at this price point, you really can't ask for much more. For gamers who want to level up from a basic 60Hz display and get a true taste of high refresh immersive gameplay without going broke, this is a fantastic option. So guys, let me know in the comments, are you planning to pick up this monitor or are you going to stick with what you already have? That's it for this video guys, please like this video and subscribe to my channel if this video was helpful, and make sure to check out the description for links to find the most up-to-date pricing on this monitor. See you in the next one.